Hello the internet! It is Sunday the 18th of March 2018. This is not a wave a day project. This is just me going for a casual Sunday surf because it is a particularly hot day in March. Hey Siri, what's the temperature?
It's about 36 degrees outside.
And there is an offshore westerly wind, a small swell and a low tide, and those are all the things that make for a person who cannot really surf with the lacking of an ability like I do, could be a fun surf. I don't normally go surfing in the daytime like this. This is a strange feeling. Also, forgot to put my leg rope on. Get back over here. Pretty easy paddle out. Now these waves are going to be steep. Well, that's a kook. I feel like I had a chance then. And a kook. Alright, here we go. It's going to be steep takeoff. That was pretty lousy. I didn't do anywhere near as I hoped. Unfortunately, I didn't really get a wave. So windy and sandy. That's some seriously strange light right now. There must have been a bushfire and the sun is just filtering through. It's like golden hour, but it's not actually golden hour. Regardless of that cool light, there's something I've been meaning to do for a while. Talk a little bit about Tracer and how they've pulled the pin on the band. Before we do that though, there's something I've been dying to do today. Fresh homebrew! This has been the first brew I've made down here in Culburra Beach. It's called an 86 Days Pilsner. I don't know why it's called that. 86 Days Pilsner. And I brewed it in February and now it's late March. Let's taste it. And like I always do with a new home brew, I've brought a glass to decant the first one in so we can see the actual colouring and the head. There's a bit of sand there. It doesn't matter. Damn, this is tasty. Oh yeah. Yes, this is really, really, really good. Damn, that is so good. I wonder why that's so tasty. Is a Pilsner generally more tasty? I don't think so. Could this be Culburra water that's making a difference? I'm not sure. When I brew up in Janali, I use the rainwater that gathers in the rain tank. Here I've just used Yeehaw tap water. I really hope that there's some givers that come and hang out. I've got 35 of these long necks, and I really hope I can give one to Probably Danny Black and Emma more than likely. Actually, yeah, they're going to be here in a couple of weeks, so you guys are coming at the right time. This brew is fantastic. It almost makes up for my lousy surf. Meanwhile, that crazy light shines on. All right, so Tracer. Let me just read you the post that they made. This is a few weeks back now. It's almost a month ago that this happened. I haven't really addressed it because I haven't really known what to say, and I don't want to make more of this than what it actually deserves, because let's not forget, I'm not in the band. I was not a member of this band, but if you know me and you know my channel, you know I was heavily involved with the touring, with the band, with the photography. Here's their post on Facebook. We started in a garage with posters of our heroes on the walls, hoping that one day we would be just like them. After 10 years, 8 international tours, 3 albums, and many lifetimes of great memories from all around the globe, today we put our dream on hold as we each explore other adventures in our lives. We are all extremely proud of what we've achieved and are still amazed that we could be shown so much love by people all around the world, especially those in the UK and Europe. Without you, the fans, the ones that brought the ruckus at the shows, the ones that sang their hearts out with us, the ones that cooked meals for us, that cleaned our hideous stage clothes, the ones that showed us that music can still forge a deep connection between all sorts of crazy people, you sustained us for the last 10 years. Those years defined our lives, and without you, it would have been only an unrealized dream. And then they go on to share their final song, Devil with a Halo. And I've always thought that that song is the best non-released Tracer track. It's an absolute killer song. I'm gonna snippet a little bit of it here. If you want to see the entire song, which I highly think you should, check the Tracer YouTube channel right here. So what do I want to say here? How can I address this? How can I round this life experience up? First of all, to the band, to Tracer as a band, and I'm talking directly to Michael, Dre, and Jet, and even to a further extent Lee, because he was the founding member of the band. I want to say thank you for having me in being involved in your band. Thank you for that. It was an awesome ride. You boys are beautiful. Your music is incredible. I've had some of the best times touring, hands down in my life. A lot of photographers aspire to go touring with a band. Unless you've done it, there's no way you can really explain how that actually feels. Thank you. What's it been? 2011, 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So that's 8 years. How can I really sum up 8 years of touring with the band? There's no way I can really say. I'll tell you a story. Tell you a quick story. I mentioned Lee, a founding member of the band. When he quit the band, we were in, I'm gonna say Basel in Switzerland. I think that's correct. Mike had sent me and Lockie's a sound engineer. They'd sent us to a beer house with some cash to say, go and have some drinks, and when we're ready, we'll send you a message to come back. Obviously they were having a band meeting, and when we came back, the news was that A, Lee quit the band, and B, he's actually already gone. He won't see you until a week or so at the Rock Festival in the Netherlands, where he'll play his last show. With the Bronx, by the way, great band. When that news was delivered to me and Lockie, and I hope you don't mind me saying this, Lockie started crying. And I kind of giggled at it. Not at the time, but later on I kind of giggled and thought, yeah, he's had an emotional response to some news. I mean, he was fine, he talked about it, and it was all cool. You fast forward to 2018, 3 weeks ago, when this news came out that the band was over, that it was all finished, and I bawled my eyes out. And I cried for a few days, to be completely frank. At night, I would put on the albums, and I cried. I absolutely cried, and I don't have any problem or acknowledging that as an adult, that my emotional response to Tracer saying it's all over was to bury my face in my pillow and cry my eyes out. Sounds funny saying it to an audience like this, but that's how I responded. I'm gonna need more of this, I think. This light is crazy good, isn't it? My vlog is now 2 years old, and I started vlogging. I vlogged 2 tours. I vlogged the Apocalyptica tour, and I vlogged the. Did I do the Blackstone Cherry one? No, I vlogged the Apocalyptica tour, and I vlogged the Headline Water for Thirsty Dogs tour. Before I was vlogging on tour, all I was doing was shooting video and photos for the band. And the idea was that sometime down the track, we might make a DVD. That was the kind of goal of me shooting video on these tours. At some point in that period, I realized that I need to do something for me. The band can have the band can have the DVD, but what do I get? I needed to do something, and so I started vlogging. Of course, you would have seen Dre sledge me for vlogging. When I first started vlogging, he did have a bit of a dig at me. Have a look at this. While we're here, I should give it a tour of the van. Hey, let's have a look at this thing we live in.
At what point do we tell Brennan that the punters don't give a fuck what he says to the camera and they that band. When do we tell him? Do we tell him now? Is it too early?
now.
Bannon,
Yeah, man.
stop doing pieces to camera, no one cares.
This is my new vlog. I've got to do pieces to camera.
Oh, what?
I'm trying to vlog.
Nice.
I'm getting taunted. This is my new thing, Dre. I'm vlogging.
It's shit, man.
Go back a few years before, and on a flight to LA, when the band was in a very unusual time. They were without a bass player. They needed to record a new record. They were told you have to record in LA with Kevin Shirley. You got to be there at this particular time. Dre called me up and said, we've got to go to LA. We have to be there for these 2 weeks. You're coming with us. On that plane ride, I had in the back of my mind that I need to make something for me out of this as well. I can go with this band and record 2 weeks in a studio with Kevin Shirley, but what comes for me from that? And I started thinking I need to put my own head on the camera. And this is where this clip, somewhere between Sydney and LA, it shows that Dre, and for extending that to Mike, they kind of recognized that I was putting my head on the camera, but they were the stars.
I want you to film seats behind me, please. Just film what's in there. What's in there? There is nobody in there. Everybody says the rock and roll lifestyle means that you cause a ruckus and you go crazy and everyone's like, oh man, those guys are so rock and roll. That's not the way it works. The way it works is the people in the band sit here, headphones in, drink, eat fucking yogurt, ice cream, watch movies. Meanwhile, tour manager / photographer people types recklessly put their seat back, upsetting the guests behind us, who have now had to move because they can't stand the idea of sitting in the same row as people who just move their chair. That's what happens. It is not us, it is the people around us. Sometimes I wonder why we bring these people on board.
That's not exactly true what happened. I could recount.
I'll tell you what happened.
I could recall the entire story.
Bannon, sitting in his chair, looks behind him over the shoulder and thinks, man, that guy's having a pleasant flight with his wife. Oh, he's got a drink in his cup. Do you know what would be hysterical? I'll just smash my chair into his face. Hold on.
Shirley Temple.
Shirley Temple.
That's not his name, but it's cute.
Oh, it's cute, right?
Thank you.
And as we were saying,
It's a screwdriver.
Bannon has a smiley face. You've seen him on the internet probably. He's a pleasant guy. Lies.
Asshole.
He takes one look at this guy having a nice trip with his wife. This guy's sitting there in this scene. He's like,
Hard
oh.
ranger, don't forget
He's
that.
like sitting there, he's like, do you know, it's not even my wife, we're just having a nice trip because when we land I'm going to propose to her, I'm going to have a relaxing flight, I'm going to propose and ask her hand in marriage. Bannon looks over and he goes, do you know what? That guy's got more than what I have. I'm going to ruin his flight. And with one foul swoop, presses the little button here on the side of his seat. Smashes his chair into this guy and his drink goes flailing about. And suddenly this guy, the king of uber cool, about to ask this woman for the hand in marriage. He's now covered, crutch full of drink, looks like he's just peed his pants like a third grader. And this guy, Bannon, is responsible. And do you know what happens? The guy goes, hey man, was that an accident? Bannon goes, no, it wasn't. You know why I did that? So I'm with the band, you're not. What are you doing there? Just sitting. I showed you, buddy. Yeah, fuck off to another row, or take that drink on your lap. And that's what happens. You know, we can't afford good crew yet, but we're working to it.
this was going to be the idea of this piece was that it was going to be like Tracer are off to America to record the new album.
Can't help but get his face on camera, can he?
No one cares about you. No one's going, oh, I'm going to buy that Tracer DVD because the cameraman's on it. Everyone's going to be like, oh man, that cameraman almost got those dudes kicked off the flight because he was a douchebag because he couldn't handle that guy having such a nice time. Had to have his chair back. Ooh, look at me, I've got a camera, I'm going to have my chair back. If you know anything about us, you'll know that that's
something
completely
to that.
factual. Oh, suddenly somebody doesn't want to put their face in front of the camera. He's just going to kiss his fluffy microphone. That's what I mean. Sorry. Oh, that's it. I'm changing Rose.
I love this vibe in this clip. We're on this plane and I was thinking I've got to make some videos for myself. I've got to do something. And I get my ugly head on camera and I get sledged from Dre. And that's what I want to leave you with in terms of Tracer. They are genuinely the most funny and lovable and talented musicians. And I don't care if my entire life, I'm 42 now, whatever's left, I don't care if I never tour with another band. I'm not expecting or aspiring to. I did that with Tracer, and that's enough. Those boys, that music, that is it for me. That's always gonna be it for me. To wrap this massive monologue up, Dre, Mike, and Jet. Thanks, fellas. You guys, I was gonna say something really beautiful, but you guys are just dicks, and that's the best thing about it. Cheers, cobbers. That crazy light is still happening. It's gotta be like a bushfire. That's the only reason that the sun would be so dappled. Can't forget that there's an ocean right there. It's 37 degrees. Let's go for a swim. Such a strange light. Look at that! The GoPro's got the most immersive field of view. Oh, watch out! Whoa! I feel like while I'm out here, I should make amends for my terrible surfing attempt earlier today. I should take a wave as a body surfing wave and at least redeem myself. Does that count? I love it! I love the ocean! I know I talk about the ocean and I talk about Culburra Beach a lot. My mum lives right there, and this is the local beach. Far out, we're so lucky. It's March 18 and we're swimming and it's like 37 degrees. There's some kind of weird thing going on with the lights, but I love it. It's gonna be a beautiful sunset. I've come down here to the bench where I've been many times for my daily vlog, but not often on my regular vlog. Normally for a sunset, I'll take my electric skateboard, go maybe Crookhaven Heads or Orient Point. Tonight, I feel like I should stay near the ocean because it's still 36 degrees right now. It's stupidly hot and that sun's dipping. The sky looks amazing. I think this is the best spot to be right now. Well, we have been lucky enough to see a beautiful bushfire-inspired sunset here in Culburra Beach. So beautiful. This happens pretty much every night in Australia. Look, I'm blessed to live here. I know Australia is the lucky country. There's many things that are negative about this country, but there's also many positives. One of them being the natural beauty, and I absolutely love this. This has been fantastic. I'm so stoked I could share it with you. I also want to say thank you to the new givers, the new subscribers to the channel. We call our viewers here givers, and you guys, the new people that have subscribed, I think we've just hit 14,000 subscribers. You guys, you're the new crew, so thank you and welcome. While I was recording my piece on the beach earlier about Tracer, I happened to hear the undisputable sounds of a garage band rocking out in a rehearsal style somewhere here locally. I did a bit of investigating and it turns out there's a 4-piece punk rock band in Culburra Beach that rehearse in their mum's garage 4 doors down from where my mum lives on the marina. Let's go and check out their rehearsal right now. Oh, that's we're out of time! 4-piece punk band from Culburra Beach. Oh, that's I ran out of time again on my vlog. If you like what you've seen on my channel, please hit the subscribe button. If you want to support me even further, become a Patreon. Also check out my previous vlog and a random vlog. Don't forget my Lightroom presets, my merch store, and all the other good things that I've got for you in the description of this video. Has that been 20 seconds? Yes, it has!